How's it going, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy and this is the Audi TTS, and this is my review of the technology both inside and outside of this car. So to begin with, I'm just going to quickly talk about what to expect. So you got technology inside it, both inside and outside. It looks gorgeous. The interior, the leather used, the stitching, the way all the buttons are laid out. You look at the dash, you got this dynamic virtual cockpit, and this is the sort of technology you want inside a car in terms of something that's responsive. It actually works. Everything's well put together, well thought through. This is amazing. This is spot on. The first thing you notice when you flick on the engine is the sound that just comes out of the exhaust at the back, coming from the 4-cylinder engine in this car, and you can just hear that sound and just take a seat. And then look at the dash, the virtual cockpit, which moves. It's dynamic, so you don't get a static speed dials and your rev counter. So it moves. You can change view. The sat nav is dynamic in terms of it shows you 3D stuff. It can show you traffic information and so on. So this car is definitely packed with a lot of technology. So let's go through them. So this is the leather seat that you get. You get this really nice stitching on there as well. You can see this stitched up area there, really nice finish to it. It's really comfortable. It sort of holds you in and hugs you as you drive in. You can see the bucket seat there with S-Line logo just nicely embossed into the seat as well. So this is a nice racing bucket seat. Obviously that's the passenger side, but it's exactly the same as the side that I'm sitting on, the driver's side. And on the back, there isn't that much room space if you were to start taking people in the car, and as well as if you start to take people in the car, as well as you driving your car as well. And I've got my seat all the way back, and there's no room at the back. You'd have to get them to lie down, so there's no room there at all. The boot space is quite big as well. It's actually quite impressive and just generally comfortable to drive. Just to show you the boot space as well, so the boot space is big. You can see what you can fit in there, easily fit your suitcase and anything else that you might have with you. So I've been carrying around a few things in here, and it just fits perfectly well. So just a little bit about the engine there. So this will do 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 4.6 seconds, and it will give you a top speed of just about 155 miles per hour, and that's just limited. So you can pay to actually get it delimited. And this is a four-cylinder engine, which, trust me, this sounds really loud when you put your foot down. And this 2-litre turbo engine is just amazing. For any petrol head out there, this is just something that you'd really like to drive. You know, giving you 306 brake horsepower, especially between 5,800 to 6,200 RPM. You can really push this to its limits and just get something out of it, especially when you start to go into your dynamic mode. And you can even use the paddle shift and change it to S-tronic mode and just change your gears manually like a true driver, and you can push this to its limit. Looking on the exterior, you get really nice big lights on the back, which stands out. It just shouts, I'm ready to go. This is quick, this is fast, this is aggressive. You can see the exhaust as well. When you look down below there, you can see just how big they are. They just stand out. Again, if you see this on the motorway and you're driving behind it, you know that this is ready to go. This has got no time to waste at all. I'm in a rush, I'm on the go, ready to blast, ready to push it to his limits. And you can see the wheels as well, nice alloy wheels, again, beautifully crafted. You got your contrasting mirrors there. Again, the wing mirrors is not the same as the whole car, so you get that nice silver finishing on there, which is great. I like the fact that they haven't completed that in full red. If you look down here, you can see the brake calipers. You get the TTS black caliper there. Hopefully you'll be able to customize that and perhaps get a red version. And you can see the front lights there. It's just the big grille just looks aggressive. This is ready to go. Look at the big vents there as well, right at the bottom. Big grille used here. I like what Audi's doing here. And you can see the LED lights. This automatically comes on as well, which you can obviously switch off, and this would dim, auto dim, and stuff like that. So it's great. And you can see the big grille there. Let's just go back out a little bit. Let's push it out, and you can see you can get a really nice view of what this looks like. Really good, brilliant, absolutely beautiful car. So let's talk a little bit about the dashboard area and what you get in the inside in terms of technology and just the kit, general kit around what's inside the Audi TTS. So the first thing you'll notice there as well is your climate control. So this is a good use of space again. So you got your auto there, you can turn it off on auto. You can then control the intensity in terms of temperature. So you can turn that up or down, and you can see the digits respond to what you press and how far you go. So you can also rotate this to change the direction. So this changes direction of where the air is blowing. So if you look there, you've got this point that tells you where you're at. So that's blowing upwards, that's going that way, that's going below, and so on. So next to it is your on and off for the fan. So you can use that, you can push it in to change your AC, to turn air conditioning off, on or off. Or you can also go like that, and that will change the fan and turn it off completely also. This controls the circulation, so you can use that to change the ventilation and the circulation. So if you look down here as well, this will help you change your rear spoiler. So if you want to sort of use that when you're driving on the motorway, when you're driving really quick, that would help with downforce and so on. That's your hazard light, that's your auto start stop, and then you got your drive select button. So this allows you to change from dynamic to comfort to economy. So it depends what you want to do, it's entirely up to you. Okay, so moving down a little bit more, we have your push to start button just there, so that would help you start the car, obviously. So you just need to have your key around this area. You can have in your pocket, you can have in the cup holder, and you're good to go. In fact, I'll show you this as well. So if you push this bit in, you guys won't be able to see, but inside there is your USB port to charge your device, and your Wi-Fi area as well. So you can put your Wi-Fi device in there, just push it back in to close it. And then there's your passenger control. So your passenger can also control your stereo, so you can control the volume, change track, and so on. And obviously this is your S-tronic gear stick, so you can use that to change parking, reverse, neutral. And when you get to the drive side, drive select, you can, or the S-tronic, so you can push it to the side, and you can use that to manually change your gears up and down. Or you can use the paddle shift, which I'll show you guys in a second. So moving further down, we have your menu area. So you have your menu button there, you got your back, some optional settings buttons, you got radio and media, and on this side you got your sat nav and telephone as well. So if you have your phone connected via Bluetooth, you'll be able to do that. And obviously this is your parking button, or your handbrake if you want to see it that way. So this is digital, so you don't get the big handbrake knob there. So one thing that's interesting about this dial here as well, this area is touch sensitive, so you can use that to write and search on the new MMI that Audi's placed in their car. So you can use that to quickly search for things. So if you're looking for example, I don't know, SW for postcode, you can just literally just go S, and it picks it up. It actually picks it up quite quicker than my phone would when I use handwriting function on my smartphone. Further down is just extra spaces, so you can open this up and you get more space there to put things in. You got your cup holder there, which I've just got some rubbish in there at the minute. Cup holder there, and that's it. On that side as well, you got your climate control there, which as your heated seats button, so pressing these buttons here on that side would activate heated seat. You can change the intensity, and if you're the passenger on that side, you can change where you want your air to blow and stuff like that. You can also turn this off using this little dial here. You can turn that vent off completely, so you don't want anything coming out of it. So that's that. Okay, so this area is quite exciting. This is the driving, the console. This is where everything happens as a driver. So on there you've got your menu buttons, so you can you can do things like change view. You can change view on the virtual cockpit there, the virtual dashboard. You got some OK button, the dial there to change settings and view extra options that you might get on there in terms of fuel consumption and every other thing. And then on this side is your audio control and voice control area, so you can change track, you can use voice control, dial, make phone calls from there. And obviously you get this nice steering wheel as well, this sport sort of racing steering, straight steering wheel, which is really nice and comfortable to hold. It's great for leg room as well, if you think about the space that you've got in this car. This car is quite small, and they've made a good use of every little space that's available, so that everything's just functional the way that it should be. Just get a little bit closer to here. This view, as you can see at the moment, is a sports view. So you can also change this to classical view. So if you like, so for example, let me see if I can do that now. So if you go into menu, right, so we've got menu, we can go all the way up into car settings, change the car settings there, and press the extra menu button on the side, so you can see. So that's the button there for the extra menu. You can also do that from here if you like, but for now we're using the the driver control. So you can go down, go to statistics, drive select, so you can change different driving modes, dynamic and so on. In fact, let's go into it. So you can see you got efficiency at the minute. You can change that to comfort, auto, dynamic, or individual to suit your driving needs. So if you just go back out and go back into settings there, now we can change the steering wheel button, which is this little star button there. So you can change to what that does. So you can change it to help you change track. You can use it to change drive select as well, which I find quite easy as well. So scrolling down, you can change your background lighting in the car, exterior lighting, what you want to happen. The indoor lighting, the background lighting in the car is when on the Bang & Olufsen speaker there, this area, that would light up in the dark. So at night time, you get a nice footwell ambient lighting there. You can change what happens when you central lock your car if you want everything to get locked up. So if you just go back out again, that's vehicle settings, service checks, the layout. So if you're going to layout, this is where you change your classic and sports mode. So you got class sports layout there, and you can change it to classic. So at the moment, you've got your speedometer and everything just in the center there. So if we change this to classic layout, you get say yes, wait for it to happen. And what you've got now is you've got your rev counter on that side and your speed counter on the other side, your speedometer. So that's what that is. So if you go all the way back out now, you get that. So if you press view, you can get that to duck in the corners, so you can get a bigger view of what's happening there. So if we change this into sat nav mode, you can see that fills up the whole area. So if you change the view again, that again, you get less view of the sat nav in the background, but you still get all your vital information that you need to see, that you need to know as you're driving. So things like your fuel gauge is still there. That's not dynamic. Those two things stay there. This only area here is very dynamic, so that would change depending on what you want to see, what you're doing, and so on. So pretty neat car in terms of technology, and this is all powered by NVIDIA Tegra 3, which I think is quad core. I could be wrong. It could be a dual core or quad core, but I could be wrong. But check that out just to make sure. Other thing that I wanted to point out is if you look on here, this light here are actually touch sensitive, which I accidentally figured out without reading the manual, of course. So if you tap this, activates the light, tap it again, that deactivates the light, which is pretty cool. It's a neat idea. Again, making good use of space in this vehicle, so there's no extra buttons everywhere just to activate that. There's no random buttons lying around and stuff like that. So inside the glove compartment, there's also SD card slots, so you can put SD card in there. Entirely up to you if you want to load music from there or not. And you got your CD changer in there as well. So you got different various media support. So if we just let me just rotate this a little. So if you go in here, you go media. So you got media selection there. So you can do Wi-Fi audio player. You can do internet radio, like online media. You got CD changer. You got auxiliary input there. You got Bluetooth. If you've got a Bluetooth device connected, like your phone, you can play your music off there, and also answer your phone calls as usual as well. And obviously, if you're going to radio, you can select whether you want DAB or FM radio. But obviously, the best thing to do is go through DAB radio. Because you get more options in terms of music available to you. So that's the interior. That's the everything inside the car in terms of technology, and it's just amazing. It's just really cool, and you enjoy driving the car. There's stuff to look at, there's stuff to do, although you're not supposed to be there while you're driving, but it's there for you to look at. It's there for you to operate, and it's dynamic and it's responsive. It's beautiful. Anyway guys, this has been the Audi TTS review in terms of technology, what's inside, what it looks like on the outside, not so much about the driving, handling and all that stuff. If you want stuff like that sort of information, I'll leave a link to a really cool review for that I found online. But in the meantime, I hope you guys really enjoy this. I've enjoyed driving this car. Thanks Audi for providing the vehicle. It's really brilliant, it's a beautiful car. I still can't get over how nice it is, and I actually enjoyed really driving it. The technology is amazing, it's responsive, even the mapping with the 3D effects, all that kind of stuff, amazing. Pricing wise, I'll leave a link again to where you can find out more about pricing, so you can find out how much this car will set you back if you want to get one. In the meantime, I'm Tommy, you're watching Gadgets Boy, catch you in the next one.